she chewing?
WYCO, WYCO, WYCO.
I wanna know what you chewing.
I do.
I wanna know what you chewing.
I do.
I wanna know what you chewing.
I do.
I wanna know what you chewing.
I wanna know what he chewing. I wanna know what she chewing. I wanna know what they chewing. I wanna know what we chewing. WYCO, 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 welcome back. My name is Jalen, and right to the left of me, I have.
What's going on, baby? It's your boy Bo, and right to the left of me, I have.
What's up, man? It's your boy D, and right to the left of me, I got Cass.
It's your boy Cass, aka Cat. And to the right of me, I have.
It's your boy Mr. Jollof Rice, aka Jeremy, aka Remy Crisp, and I do a whole lot of stacking and flipping.
Is that a thought pop?
Huh?
Is that a thought pop?
Nah. This a thought pop. This a block.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because it sounded like he did the first one. That was thought pop. Because it didn't get that high pitch. You know what? Go ahead, Jalen. You got it.
Man,
Wasn't it
guess what,
mild,
man?
Rich?
We've been at
All right, come on.
Reinhardt. We've been dealing with a lot of crazy weather. We are up in the mountains, so you can't be mad. But we think this is the snow apocalypse we just went through, a little mini snow apocalypse. This is the second time it has snowed, and we are not having school because of an inch of snow. Wow.
This is a false snow apocalypse. Last snow apocalypse we had last year, I could actually go outside, make a snowman, have some fun with it and whatnot. This, it just looked like them little shavings that be on the deep freezer and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all that was outside. It didn't cover up the roads or nothing. I don't understand why we had
That's really,
class
bro.
canceled.
I'm talking about it snowed for like 2 hours. 2 hours. And they talking about close the school.
Talking about
They talking about closed. I don't
about
understand.
frozen.
2 hours.
gone.
2 hours.
For y'all that don't know why they closed the schools, it's not because of snow. All right, this is what happened. All right, it was raining at first. It rained first, okay?
Right.
And it's cold outside. When it's cold
True.
outside, that freezes the rain. When it freezes the rain, that turns into ice. Ice on roads. Folks in Georgia ain't driving on that, Joe. They're not driving on that. So that's why they closed the schools. It wasn't because of no snow. It's because of the ice.
Ice, baby.
So what's the excuse now? Because that same little rain snow that came down the other day when they canceled school, it's still outside. No, I'm talking about yesterday. It's still outside because it's still been below freezing the entire day. But now we're the only school, like Georgia
has
State's
class.
Georgia State closed, Kennesaw State closed, Cherokee County, where our school is located, is closed. But Reinhardt University will still be open come tomorrow.
Because we are college students, we need this education, dude.
I don't want to hear that, bro. I want to go to sleep. I want to take a nap.
Get what I say. Get what I say.
Get what I say.
I'm trying to get this education. Dang that closing stuff. I'm trying to get this education.
So how you feel about them closing the calf so
Okay,
that the workers can leave
listen to this, man.
early at 6 o'clock?
They closed it at 2
No
o'clock.
food, buddy.
They closed the cab at 2 o'clock.
Ain't no cinnamon toast crunch.
Bro, when I tell you, I've been hungry. Like, I don't even know how I'm alive doing this recording right now.
out.
No food, buddy.
Hey, look. I walk up to the door at 6:01. They say, make your ass back. I'm finna call 12. I'm finna call public safety. I said, bro.
Right before this podcast, you was extremely mad because you didn't eat
I
before
did not
6.
eat. And guess where me and Devin are going after this?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo
Comida
quiero
cobanita,
Taco Bell.
cotonita sin toñel. Calamento de que litre me tocina el miñoñel. En la cuina le termito no catinta Taco Bell.
So
We're
they're
outta
going
here.
to Taco Bell for
That's the segment.
those who ain't get all that.
I just rapped the whole rap about Taco Bell.
You ain't say a word.
Yes, I did. What you talking about?
Hey, that's the segment.
That sounded real, didn't it? that sounded real, didn't it?
That's what that is.
Man, speaking of the snow apocalypse, that cold air brushing off that snow, it's cold outside, man.
When
What
it's
season is it?
cold outside.
What season is it, Remy?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out to my boys from the 3, man. It's Barmex season. I'm gonna tell you what this means. If you walking outside and you got crevices in your lips and cracks and you know how you crush up
Lips white.
yeah, somewhat like that.
It's pale looking.
White. If you crush up a whole bunch of Rice Krispies, you know what I'm saying, and you just make that little powder and you put your lips on it, and your lips look like that, you need some Carmex. If your lips look like somebody done tore off some Lay's chips and just put them on your lip individually, if your lips are
And
peeling,
then LeBron did the white chalk clap and threw it at your face.
and just boom,
You
just
can't-
smacked you.
It's time for something. If you look like you've been eating white powder donuts,
If you look like
Amen.
you just got done smoking Smarties, my brother.
You need some Barmex.
what time is it?
Please, it's that time. Today felt like -2 degrees outside because of the wind. If you walking outside, at least buy some Vaseline. I know for my other people out there, man, we don't use no lotion. We use Vaseline. It's cold outside. Start putting on Vaseline.
Always saying
Jergens ain't
take
gonna cut it.
Care of yourself.
Jergens not gonna cut it.
Even it. What else, Cass? Well, this is important too. What
Tell-
else?
oh yeah.
What else, Cass? No,
For
let
my
Cass-
people
let,
out there.
Let Cass. What else?
Talk about that little spot right
What
there.
else? Please.
For people that don't know, you try to put on lotion real quick and you ain't paying attention.
You gotta pay attention.
You can lotion up your whole body, but them little crevices in between your hands
Thumb and your pointer finger.
just gonna be crispity, crackety, crackling. It's just
The
nasty.
gun.
Fix it.
The gun crease. The little pshung, pshung. You know how you used to shoot people in elementary school with your fingers?
Alright.
That little flap of skin.
And then something else.
That's
Do
in between
not.
your fingers.
When you forget that you ain't putting no lotion in your hands, I don't want to see y'all licking in between your fingers,
I know you
trying to
got-
clear out
hold up,
that
Cass.
ashiness.
I know you done did it though.
Hey, I'm guilty.
I
myself.
just did that yesterday. I swear to God, I said, hey, I had to.
Whoa.
I had to because if
Slurp
I
it?
did, hey, I had to.
Slurping,
in between
derping.
the thumb and the index. If I ain't do that, my junk gonna be crispy. Like
Say it again. Say it again. How you
No,
did it
I'm
again?
not. No.
Say it again.
All right. If you're going to do that, make sure when you dap people up, you give them fist bumps.
That's
Don't
it.
be doing all that intricate stuff where they got to touch the crevices of your hands and you just been licking on them.
Sandpaper.
There's nasty.
Speaking of using your mouth, your toothbrush. Let's not forget about that. That's part of the day too. You know what I'm saying? Because the breath, it's not. It's not. No, because they don't brush their teeth. I'm tired of it. No,
Nah, bro, because
No.
I ain't even going to lie.
they don't do
Hey,
it.
look.
About cold weather.
Brush the
Listen,
roof of your
Daniel,
mouth.
This ain't about no teeth, man.
The roof.
The roof. We're not worrying about that.
We're talking about cold weather.
No, breath.
It's too cold outside to brush your teeth, man. We're not worried about that. Because, look, don't nobody talk when it's cold.
Guys, in today's society, the world is going crazy, man.
Crazy.
When it comes to technology, when it comes to the things we see on TV, when it comes to the devices that we see and use on a daily basis, it is getting crazy. It's getting absurd. Now, when I think of technology, I think about what's going to happen in the future. What type of robots are going to clean our house? What type of robots are going to take care of us? I feel like we're going to
robots
have
are gonna
maids.
feed
that are-
you rice.
What is with you in this?
Anyways, Jalen, continue, please.
Like, we're just talking about how this Alexa thing, Cass had a little experience. I've never experienced Alexa, actually one time. But, like, I don't get how we're now allowing robots, quote unquote, to control our every step. What is this, Cass? What is this?
I mean, the biggest thing is it just makes everything easier and more convenient for you to be able to do. Like that Alexa, Google Home, and everything else like that.
Google
It's just
Home.
pretty much something that sits and monitors everything you say.
Your
So when you
whole
speak
home.
to it, it's like, hey Alexa or hey Google, you can ask it any question you can possibly think of, and it'll give you a whole database of information off the spot, and it just speaks to you over the loudspeaker.
I got a question for you guys.
What's the question, Bo?
Are we putting too? Well, I ain't gonna say we because I'm not included in this. But do you think people are putting too much trust into these technologies, such as Alexa and Siri and all that? Because for me, I can't trust my iPhone. I think Siri are the feds.
That's
I'll retweet.
Shout out Tunch.
I'll retweet.
nah, that is real, cause
Do you think that we should put all our trust in this?
I feel like with everything, there is a good and a negative to it. And I understand, people get really excited about the new stuff that comes out. But at the same time, you got to understand, there's going to be a way and a system that can take advantage of the new technology that comes out. And that's my biggest problem.
I honestly want to know, when it comes to this. Actually, Remy, you got to speak to me, Remy. You use your iPhone the most out of all of us. Yeah. This guy was the first person to screen record anything. I think he's
in iPhone history.
Do you believe in this stuff, or do you agree with the updates and all the gadgets that we have today?
Technology is what you make it. I believe technology is what you make it, and for a third time, I believe technology is what you make it. 800-588-2300 Empire today. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like with technology progressing, et cetera, it is gonna be whatever we allow it to be, because at the end we're the ones who made it, so we can.
That's a good point.
So we can make it. We can compute it into doing whatever it wants to do. So if we allow it to destroy our world, that's our fault.
People are y'all making these robots, all these technologies are making them too smart for your own good. You don't know what you're doing. May I remind you, 2004, Will Smith, I, Robot. Remember the movie. Remember the name. I, Robot.
You know what's crazy?
Remember what happened? You remember what happened?
Yeah, but you know what's crazy about that,
What?
I was just watching, I'm trying to remember what TV show it was.
Let me tell you, okay? Quick synopsis. Robots, all right? They go under 3 rules. One of the rules, you can't mess with humans. Another rule, defended the second rule, and the third rule was something else. I can't remember off the top of the head, but it was 3 rules. They created a whole new robot that didn't have to follow none of the rules, so the robot could do whatever he want. He gonna make the robot too smart because he trying to protect you, and he gonna protect you. You can't go outside. Ain't no dinner. Can't cook. Sleeping too much is not good for you.
Bro, that's just like this movie I was watching back at home called I Jalof.
Boy, I'm not. Nope.
Okay, I got a question.
Which question?
So when it comes to the movies and the things that we watch, as in Black Mirror that we're gonna discuss as well, do y'all think that they throw little hints and little gestures and little scenes that show the future? Like, do y'all believe in that?
Like y'all said earlier, the biggest thing is it is what we allow it to be. But at the same time, everything is gradual, so it's not going to be some crazy update that just comes up and changes the whole game.
Remy said yes.
But I'm saying,
yes.
What
for real?
What we allow it to be
can
happen as it does, and shows like Black.
Over technology, you don't control technology. No.
But what we can control is what we accept into mainstream media.
Speaking of control, population control. Do y'all think that people at the top inventing all this stuff have population control in mind when they invent this type of stuff?
That's population control is already in.
Correct, but do you think this technology has something to do with that?
Nope.
That is always
Nope.
That is always a possibility. Like,
nope.
I don't know. The world's been going crazy, especially on Twitter and whatnot, about these like sex dolls and whatnot that have become more robotic and more lifelike.
What's that?
They're basically animatronics that allow you to have sexual encounters.
Sex dolls
with dolls, essentially.
They're grown-looking women, man.
But the biggest thing is, it was crazy to me to see how many people were socially accepting this being the norm, like being able to have.
I don't know where you buy these things, but it's crazy,
bro. That thing costs $15,000. They look real.
15 bands.
$15,000, and people are already starting to make reservations to order these things.
I think I
highly doubt that.
I saw Remy trying to order one the other day. What?
I sure did.
From Amazon. Like, come on, man. It's crazy.
I'll probably get like a 10% discount.
Look, but the thing is, what we're saying is these are robots. So what about our fellow human beings? It's over for them. Like, you just gonna resort to?
So do you have to build it? Or does it come?
I think it comes out of box, and it's just.
Don't know.
You seem to
But
be
I
real
feel like-
interested, my brother.
No.
You seem to be real interested.
Segment on it. I need to be able to talk about it.
But my biggest thing is, especially when you talk about the iRobot thing, they actually have an AI unit that is structured, and it kind of looks like the little iRobot, robots, except it has an actual face on it. And the biggest thing was, you can sit there and talk to it and have an actual conversation. I think it was like called Sophia or something like that.
Sophia.
And
So how does this work?
pretty much it's artificial intelligence. You talk to it like you would talk to a normal person, and it responds in real time as a person would. And the more that it talks to you, the more that it learns.
That's scary, man. Look, that's scary.
So imagine you incorporate that with these sex dolls that are getting crazy and whatnot, and you got a whole person just sitting there with you, and you can just plug them in and plug them off whenever you want to. And that was also an episode that was on Black Mirror. So all I'm saying is,
Just for the audience, how do y'all feel about Black Mirror? Like I said before, do y'all think they're showing this thing before?
that show
Yes.
is crazy.
I
my
I
gosh.
believe Black Mirror is an amazing representation of what technology can do to us in a negative way. It is every reason why technology is growing and is bad for us. It's literally giving all these new inventions that we know of today and why they're bad for us. Like, for example, those little walking dogs, those mechanical dogs that just walk, like those little dogs that they put on Mars and stuff like that. There's an episode like that shows why they are bad.
And you know what else is crazy? Something that's heavily featured on the show Black Mirror are these contact lenses that you put in that allows you to either see a whole bunch of different visuals or allows you to like take pictures and record things. I just saw Samsung is fighting for a patent over these contact lenses that you can put in your eyes that will take pictures and record the things that you see. So
That's scary, man.
There's also an episode regarding to what Devin said in terms of population control. Yeah, there's this episode in which you are programmed to kill certain people that look like monsters, but then again, you don't know who they really are because you are programmed to kill them. But in the end,
So you're, like,
they realize
delusional?
that they're actual people and they're just killing off people, poorer people.
Did you know on your laptop, if you leave your laptop on, and you got a front camera, the government can look through your camera.
That's
and
why I
see
got to
your
put the
stuff.
table of mine. Thank you.
Man.
and that is also
Get you one from 1997 where they ain't got them front camera.
Man.
that is also
I
something
got an
that is
IBM
featured
from
on Black
high school.
Mirror.
ThinkPad.
I think,
But
man,
the
my
biggest
guy
thing
don't got it.
is, I don't want y'all to take this away as in saying, oh, it's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories of what the government can do or so on and so forth.
Me.
But pretty much, at the end of the day, you got to be able to look at these new technologies that come out objectively and
These
say,
new technologies.
there will be some good coming out of this, but there will also be a
Those days.
downside to it. There will also be a negative to anything that is put out there. And you got to be able to look at that and understand what the future can hold for us.
Educate yourself.
So you're
man.
saying with everything, there's a negative and a positive.
Yes.
What's the negative and positive with jollof rice?
Remy,
Are you saying there's
positive
a-
jollof rice is that it's delicious. The negative is you will have people talking about jollof rice all the time like you do
Like
right
you.
now. Because you an
How
addict,
about
bro.
that?
You're an addict. You need help.
So, when it comes to having athletes at your school, you host recruits, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Be responsible with your recruits. And coach, put these recruits with guys that meet standards, man. You got to make sure they're with the right people.
Like, dude, you
Coach.
cannot give a recruit to one of your players that do nothing but stay in the room and play the game. That's just not how it works.
Like they're
You
doing
gotta show them
like
the
Daniel.
campus.
Like,
You gotta show them what's outside of the campus, what's around it. You gotta show them the attractiveness side of the school. Where? Huh? Where? What?
like
When?
if you got them all cooped up in the room playing games and they're one of these nature guys, like say you get for example, say you get a Quincy Stanford on a recruiting trip and you got him inside.
What's a Quincy Stanford for those who don't know?
For those who don't know, all right, first of all, Quincy Stanford is a green-eyed alien type of guy. All right, first of all.
What?
But this guy is from the sticks. He's from the sticks. It's nothing to do
countryside.
but play with horses and push over, tip cows. Yeah, that's what.
Cow tipping.
This guy's just a countryman. Like, no, Quincy's one of my good friends. I ain't taking nothing away from him, but he's from the country. He's not the type of guy that just in the house playing video games, playing Black Ops, shooting guns. They're shooting real BB guns and real guns at animals.
You're not gonna take a man from the sticks
Come on.
and show him the sticks.
You gonna take
Take
him
him
out the
somewhere
woods
else.
and put him on Black Ops? Take him out the real woods with shooting and put him on the video game? How you think these people gonna commit to our school and our team? Huh? Come on,
And you place him with Doris.
coach.
And basically, make sure you keep it real. You know, show them a
You
great
gotta
time.
put people like
Show
you gotta
'em
put
what-
them with Bo. You got to. If you don't put them with somebody like Bo,
That's the real.
What do you mean?
you know, Bo gonna look at him. He chilling right now.
Devin, what are
You got to make sure they, you know, with some real. What you gonna do with him, Bo?
Devin,
Bo gonna make him read.
Let me say what I'm
Bo
gonna do
make
to
him
him.
read.
You know what I'm saying?
Sit down, young brother.
Look.
Give him a haircut.
They gonna pull up to Robert's 125. You did.
That's his room.
Then we gonna take a little trip, take a little walk to the glass house.
Because he don't drive.
You did. I'll take out a little book or two.
Because he
You know what I'm
reads.
saying? Let the dude know he gotta educate himself in this world, man. You know what I'm
Education.
saying? Because education is key.
Facts.
Dig. So we gonna sit down, read a little book, have a little talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And the boy gonna leave a better man. That's how it is.
So what you gonna do if they come with you, Remy?
Listen, man.
Since we hosting recruits and you
If you
talking
listen
about
anything about
they gotta
your
be
law.
qualified.
First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a nap. Start it off, boom, nap. Over with. You take a nap, you wake up, rejuvenated. It's time to go bother people. We're gonna walk people's room. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, how are ya? Bother them, tickle them a little bit. Play the game, and guess what? We're gonna hop in a little O2 Volvo S60 turbocharged, hang with the messed up transmission. We're gonna ride to the Saw. We're gonna ride to Kenton. We're gonna ride to Woodstock. We're gonna go shopping, bopping, thrifting. You always gotta be fly on a budget. It's too many
Fly on a
rich,
budget.
broke people out here. You got a $5,000 outfit on. You can't even buy a
So
car.
you gonna show them how to
Peep
be,
this.
you gonna show them how to
How to be fly on the budget, be the freshest on
guys.
campus.
okay.
Fly on the budget. And look,
Yeah.
any question that they ask me,
when it comes to the nighttime though, what you gonna, you know?
you gonna take another nap? Is gonna eat. We're gonna go to Taco Bell. We're gonna eat, or we're gonna go to McDonald's.
Mac.
We're gonna eat.
Mac yo.
And guess what? If it's before 8 o'clock, guess where we going again? Thrifting. We're gonna go shopping. Fly on a budget. Bonk. And that's what my recruit is gonna just experience. And then on top of that, I'll take him home, give him some jollof rice, feed it to him, spoon feed him.
All right.
Yeah, get him out.
Tickle him a little bit.
Spoon feed. Come on, bro.
What is with you in this jollof?
What are we saying? All we're saying is when you host your recruits, do it right. You know, don't leave the recruit leaving the campus with a bad taste in his mouth. Make sure you feed him jollof rice. His or her, because the girls host recruits too.
girls do host.
Make sure they have a great time. Don't do anything you wouldn't do. You know, be professional with your recruits. You know, leave a good presentation of the campus. And if it's for Reinhardt University, this is for all colleges, you know. But if it's for Reinhardt University, show them the RU way. Make sure they, you know, they like what they see, and they see what they like. Cool. Bonk act.
It's over here. Finding a little bird, creating kind of driving history saying.
Hey.
As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do
Yeah.
before school starts this fall. Come on,
Fanny.
Stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all. Mom, Phineas and Ferb are having a title sequence. Bam!
For this segment, man, we are gonna talk about your best theme songs that you witnessed when you were a kid. It don't matter. Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Nick at Night.
Hey, let me spit some
What
bars
about the
for
Will
you.
Smith?
Some bars for you. Ready? Timmy is an average kid that no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him come on, twerp.
Yeah.
Doom and gloom up in his room. Stum, ding, ding, ding. That's when it must fit you guns everywhere. Is in reality. We are our parents, barely our parents. Watching wait for the crowning thing. Our parents, barely our parents. Ding dong, ding hong hong, bong hong hong. Up to spring with you, spring. Our parents, barely our parents. Ding 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 ding. This barely our parents. Yeah, right. Bam.
Was every every banjo note you made? Every
You notice
Hey,
every
get my
single
mans in the
Nickelodeon,
yoke,
Cartoon
man.
Network, Disney,
Put him in the
they
stew.
always had a little or
Wait, what was Teen Titans?
Teen
Did they have one?
Those on
Teenage
Disney.
Superheroes, they unite. Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Oh yeah.
I'm going on thing.
So we know the rhythm.
Teen
Titans.
Teen Titans.
Oh snap! I just realized where Teen Titans Go came from. That end part of the song right there. Teen Titans Go.
We don't watch Teen Titans Go though, right?
Yeah.
No, that show's
That's
dead.
not classic.
It's dead to me.
We need classics. That's So Raven or Corey in the House. Did y'all watch?
Not Corey in the House. That's a Raven.
How
That
it
was
start?
classic.
How that go?
How it start? How it go?
Dang.
She
How
can
that's
see
a
into
Raven?
the future.
That's how it start.
Yes, how it start?
On the night to be a breeze, none of travel from a distance. Yeah,
all right,
man. Anything. Oh no, then a situation. Misbehaving. Come on, Eddie. Wow.
Let's go, Eddie.
Hey now, hey now. Yeah, come on, rap with me now. Hey now, and everything's all fit now. Let's go. That's so Raven. It's the future I can see.
That's so Raven.
It's so mysterious to me.
I like that.
That's so Raven.
It's the future I can see.
You're so mysterious to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Ooh.
I like
I
that.
swear I had the vocals just then. I had some.
Baby.
I had some.
On baby.
But I don't think that
Are
counts
those the
though.
classics?
I don't think that counts though. Cause we saying if we're going for cartoons, if we just going for live animated, the one that takes over for all like
Proud
actual, no, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Ooh.
Now you can't tell me you can't.
Now this is a story
All about how my life got turned upside down.
And I like to take a moment, just sit right there. I tell you how I became the prince of a town called
Classics.
In West Philadelphia,
Born and raised
on the playgrounds where I spend
most of my days. You see Remy
chilling
face.
out, max neural action on dance,
Playing some b-ball outside of school
With a couple of eyes, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in the neighborhood.
I got a one little
Fight and my mom got scared. She said, "You move what you got here, Uncle in Bel Air."
I was looking for a cabin, wedding cake, we had the license place it fresh, and there was a dice in there.
Oh, in the Bel Air.
Yeah.
But y'all haven't seen
I
the-
pulled up to the
Oh,
house.
oh.
And I yelled to the
Yo, home, smell you later. Yeah.
Looking my out there. Sitting my phone. Bel Air.
But y'all haven't seen that
Yep.
episode? They had like the extended version, like the first season. They had the extended version.
Yeah.
That thing confused the mess out of me when I heard it.
I'm hot right now. We snap. We some fucking musicians. We are the man. We are the boys in motion.
I would, boys, we're the boys in motion. We give you our devotion, boys. We're the boys in motion. We give you our devotion, boys. We're the boys in motion.
He said, boys. That means stop. Ready?
That's
1,
hard.
2, 3, 4. Boys. Come on, y'all. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boys.
What was that other one off of That's a Raven? Oh,
Bro, no, I'm
can
making
you
a video.
feel it?
Everybody supposed to
Can
stand
you
right
feel the love?
Everybody stand right here.
And
Get my
feels
phone, Devin.
better than feeling the
here.
love.
Get my phone.
Everybody knows that when push comes to shove.
Wait, which one? All right, in life, you need great energy, great vibes, but more importantly, you need great energy. All right, I feel like it's an important topic that we need to talk about. I feel like it's something that we all need. You know, me and Cass, we were talking about it before this podcast, and basically just talking about how, you know, energy is key. You know, even with the people that you deal with. You know, if you deal with certain people that have negative energy, you're going to grab that energy off of them. And you're going to use that even when you don't want to use it. You know, so we definitely want to talk about that because we also was talking about it to Remy and just using it as something of emphasis because Remy and Jeremy, Remy and JT, you know, are guys that go to our school that carry great energy on a daily basis. And when they don't, you can tell. You know, tremendously. Like you can tell. You're like, what's wrong with that guy? Like, you know. So, you know, it's something that we definitely want to touch on. You know, we all talked about it a little bit, but this is a topic that we wanted to touch for your benefit.
Excuse me, bro. Yeah, this is an important segment for me, you know, because me as a person, all of us in this room have been through stuff. We've been through unpleasant stuff. We've been through good stuff. The good, the bad, the terrible, the nasty, you know. So at this point in time, I'm 20, you know, I'm broke. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to class, get my grades right, trying to get my future right. You know, so it's important for me to stay up mental, keep my mental good, you know, keep a positive vibe. And what people don't understand is energy is transferable. Somebody with that nasty cloud, that gray cloud is around you, that cloud will take your cloud and ruin your cloud. It's a cancer. It's a cancer. Believe me, it's a cancer. So try your best to surround yourself around people that want the same things you want. Y'all got the same values. Y'all got kind of the same goals. Y'all want good things to happen, man. Stay away from people that got that bad cloud.
Yeah,
Always
'cause,
looking at the negative part of stuff.
I mean, just hopping on what Daniel said, you know what I'm saying? Positive energy is always a must, you know what I'm saying? Like, I find myself as a people pleaser. And, you know, I'm human. I'm not always going to be happy, but sometimes, you know, when I'm feeling sad, I see that it affects people. And I consider myself, whenever I'm upset around people, to be like burnt jollof rice. Nobody wants to be around me. Nobody wants to have, nobody wants a piece of me. Nobody wants to eat burnt jollof. Nobody wants that. And when I see, like, I'm giving attitude to people, you know what I'm saying, that means that's what I am. I'm like burnt jollof rice. So please do not be like burnt jollof rice, because nobody will want you.
No one
Just-
wants burnt
Nobody
jollof.
want.
No burnt jollof.
You said something right there, bro.
Thank you so much.
You welcome, Remy.
Yeah,
Y'all should have saw the
I'm
smile.
tired
Oh
of this
my-
jalop. Anywho, bro. Bottom line is energy is infectious. Positive and negative energy, both. All right, and you need to be able to center yourself and find yourself in a happy mindset and a great energy, and tackle everything that you go through in life with that energy. And I guarantee you'll have a better outcome than if you have a negative energy with it. And when you find that positive energy, keep that for all of 2018.
Hold
keep
on
that.
to it.
Something I'd like to add to that. I know it can be hard as a college student, as a teenager, as a young adult. It can be hard, you know, trying to keep that positive mindset and keep that positive energy and keep putting off that positive vibe. But something I do to lessen the difficulty of that is, you know, I stay focused on the bigger picture, and I continue to remind myself that life is very temporary. Everything is so temporary, and it just doesn't make sense to be, you know, negative about everything, because it's gonna change. If it's really bad, it's gonna get good eventually. If it's really good, you gonna run into something bad, but you got to keep that mindset right.
That's the way it is.
Things will never be the same. Yeah.
Dig that, man. So keep your head right, keep your head up, man. Just keep moving forward.
And my biggest thing for when you hit a downturn in your life and you feel like, you know, you just can't see a positive in your situation. Whenever you had that mindset and you feel locked in it, you just got to think about the last time that you really felt that way. The last time that you were really down on yourself. And I bet money you can't even remember what the situation was about. Especially when it's years past, there are things that just happen and you feel like it has such a big effect on you until you realize it was something so minor in the larger scheme of your life, that having that whole negative day to where you don't want to talk to anybody, you don't want to speak, you just feel down about everything else that goes on in life. Don't let that affect everything. Take on the situation for what it is, but don't allow that to affect your relationships, your schoolwork, or whatever else you have in your life because of one situation.
I'm gonna give an example just on my behalf, just because it's a great example and people can learn a little bit about me. You know, y'all been listening to me for a little bit, but man, coming into Reinhardt, I was a transfer student. You know, I've been playing ball all my life. Man, I was ready to step in and have a huge role on this team. You know, as a sophomore, felt like I was able to play. I played a lot as a true freshman at my last school. We went 7-3, great team. You know, I was ready. I came in here, I got benched. You know, me and another guy named Marcus, the guy who actually is behind the beat that you hear on all the podcasts. You know, we've become best friends. You know, now, but at that time I was like, what is this? I used to walk around mad, you know. I had a shield over myself, you know. I still would try to, you know, act like everything was all right, but at the end of the day, my energy was off. It was off. It was bad. It was horrible. sometimes I would sit in the calf after practice, like, man, what am I doing? I would sit away from everybody and just eat my food, angry. People don't really realize how I was, but I was in a bad place.
So
I mean, it was crazy. But I'm saying that to say, when I look back on it, I should have never been like that because, like, my past season was great. I had a great senior season. But if I would have kept great energy, I would have had a better senior season because I was preparing myself for that time in that moment. Yeah. But instead, I was letting it eat at me, and I just was not preparing myself for my future with bad energy. True. It was tough. You know, that's just an example, man. And there's plenty of examples. All of us have examples, but keep great energy and great spirits, man. For real, it's important. Anybody else?
Remember, nobody wants burnt jollof.
Stop it. Stop it.
Nobody
Stop
wants bananas with the brown stuff. No, for real, like, nobody wants bananas with that brown stuff on it. Nobody wants burnt jollof. Nobody wants freaking hot water.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
You want this banana? I got one right here.
Nobody wants banana with bruises on it. Nobody wants expired milk. So don't be those bad things. Just try your best to keep a smile on your face.
Keep smiling, man.
One thing I always tell my little sister, I tell my little Gabby this, sweetheart, just believe in yourself. That's all you gotta do, believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Because 9 times out of 10, the
Who
reason
gonna
why
believe
you
in
are the way you are, negativity-wise, is because you let the outsiders influence you. Focus on yourself.
Boy.
Focus on yourself.
Boy.
Please.
Sweet.
Stop, pop.
Dig that.
That's real.
Hey guys, my name is Jeremy, and this is the freaking Babushka. You know,
He's
I'm
back.
back, and I'm
He's
better.
back.
I'm better than ever, man. But yeah, I just want to, before I start doing this Babushka, I want y'all to close y'all eyes.
It's important.
Just close your eyes and just think about it. So I was about 10 years old. My brother was about 5 or 6 years old. My mom was at work, so it was just us two at the house. That was usually what it was on the weekends. We were just at the house by ourselves. I took care of my brother. He took care of me, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And we lived in a fairly good neighborhood, Meadow Creek District. I mean, there were a few bad things around us, but we didn't let those things affect us. But yeah, it was Saturday afternoon, around 11, 12-ish. That's what it felt like. Me and my brother were playing the PlayStation 2, SSX Tricky, as I recall. Yes. It was actually SSX Volume 2 with Mac on the thing flipping his board. But anyways, yeah, close your eyes. So picture this. Somebody starts banging on our door, just, yo! My mom always said, just be quiet. So I was like, all right, we're just going to ignore it. Next thing you know, yo! All right, Ethan, let's go upstairs. Come on, just be quiet. So we in my mom's room, and the guys, we think, go away. Psych. So we start hearing their voices. They start getting distinctively louder and louder and louder. Mind you, I have a stick and a knife in my hand just in case anything pops off. I don't know what's going on. So as the voice is getting louder, I go downstairs, and I go in the kitchen. And Buddy is halfway through the window about to crawl in our house and rob us, man. Whoa. Guess what this man said when he saw me? Hey, is Corey here? What?
Is Corey out?
Corey? You got to sneak through my window, bro? Like, Buddy was his head was in the sink, dude. Halfway through the kitchen window. Like, if you live in an apartment, bro, there's always a window over the kitchen, no matter what. There's always a window over the kitchen. Dude head was in the kitchen. He looked up. Hey, is Corey here? Dude saw my knife and my stick. Dip. Boop. First person I called was my auntie. Told me to call the cops. I called the cops. And then that was that. But just know, whenever somebody's banging on your door, you better off just answer it. Like, you're better off just answering the door or just making like some deep voice like, hey, I'm busy. Because I ain't had no deep voice when I was a little kid. I sound like a little Teen Titan. You feel me? So whenever somebody is knocking at your door, please answer the door, but always have something in your pocket just in case anything pop off. And Corey, I'm still looking for you, bro. Because them boys busted through my window. They took the net off and everything. I'm waiting for y'all, man. And I'm out.
Your babushka.
Babushka.
That's it.
Real talk.
Thank you guys for stopping by. You know, we're glad you came by to the WYCO podcast. Look, y'all gonna relax and let me talk.
Let that man talk.
All right?
Try to let me
No,
talk.
we're not a drive-through. My name is Jalen.
My name is Bo.
My name D.
I'm Casimir. My name Jay. Remy. You thought I was gonna say Jay. Stop up. Bonket.
We want you guys to tune in, man. Hey, go subscribe, comment, snap us, everything.
Hit us up on anything you got us on. Biggest thing is we gonna let you know what we chewing on. Y'all let us know what y'all chewing on. We just gonna chew together.
We're out of here.
Dig that.
And I'm out.
Dig that.
WYCO.
It's 11 o'clock, bro. Yeah, because y'all niggas act crazy.